Good evening to all our viewers on SpeedGaming 2, and welcome to Week 4 of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Spring 2023 tournament. This is Random% and Moon Risen Phoenix here, ready to bring you this 1 and 2 bracket matchup between Xarnax and PedanticPotato. Joining me in the booth tonight, not to be confused with the actual non-existent site, bbq.gov. Good evening.
Good evening, Moonrisa. Thank you for that very important clarification. Yeah, the name is aspirational. I think is the best way we can put that. So, great to be doing comms with you, and great to be here. This promises to be a really fun race between two really good runners.
Absolutely. Xarnax, very accomplished runner. PedanticPotato, rather new, but he's been making some noise. So let's see how these two fare. And for those of you wondering, we don't know the flags here. We'll find out just as quickly as you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Random% is random for a reason. Also, we should clarify one thing. If you were watching earlier in the tournament, you might have seen someone who went by the name Potato Failure as we start, one screen northwest of Vanilla Start, and find an immediate level in level 7, and that, I don't know what that is, but I'm worried that's 2Q.
So am I, but we'll see. Oh goodness, there's the big dogger. Here's the linear, and we've got another level here at Vanilla Start. It is level 6.
Boy, just the ones you wanted to find right away, right? 6 and 7. We do start with a blue candle though, so our runners have some offense, and it's also good news in that they won't have to buy a candle or take one out of a take any gave.
Want some more good news? Blue mob was rolled down.
That is good news. All right, what Triforces do we have? Of course, we have the ones that can vary depending on what quest we have.
That is either 5 or 4, as well as 7 or 8, I believe.
Yeah, so we're not gonna really know what we're up against here in terms of what we start with in terms of Triforces until we find out what 6 and 7 are. That's a bomb pack on Potato's side.
Look at that, level 2, just 3 rooms east of the starting point. As Potato will find in potion shop.
Well, you found 3 levels already, not 5 screens away from where you started. That's really good news. Well, it was until you saw the key block. I'm also suspecting that level 3 is that screams second quest to me. But again, we can't really confirm until we see a map or get a little more information. So we found 2, 3, 6, and 7 in 2 minutes.
That is 4 dungeons in 2 minutes. Not the jet seat I expected, but at the same time, entertaining.
I mean, we've got content. Content is great. Content is king on the internet. That's what I hear. One thing we should clarify that I was in the middle of clarifying right before we started. So if you were watching earlier in the tournament and you saw a racer by the name of Potato Failure, 1 rupee bombs. That is delicious. Xarnax going to spend 100% of his money on that. You might have seen someone who goes by the name Potato Failure. That potato is this potato. We have 3 different potatoes in the tournament. We have Spudosaurus, and we have this potato, and there's a third. Who am I forgetting? Moon Risen. Oh, God.
Potato Pony.
Potato Pony, yes. So Spudosaurus, Potato Pony, and PedanticPotato, formerly known as Potato Failure. So 3 or 4, depending on how you count. It's a lot of potatoes, is what we're trying to say.
We had good news until we saw that. Large secret of paltry 61 rupees.
Ooh, and so does that mean? Well, yeah, I guess you would think I would know this by now, but that raises the question to me of with a paltry. Hi, blue ring and arrows. With such a paltry big secret, are we on second quest money? If so, that is going to be gross.
Hey, did you want another level to go along with the 4 we've already found? PedanticPotato
here.
PedanticPotato, yes. Finding level 1 at the northwest corner of Candle Row. For some reason I was about to say Potato Row, but not quite.
There's no reason we cannot call it Potato Row. No one's trademarked this. I don't see any intellectual property marks. We can call it whatever we want.
And Potato Fighting had the good news. Hey, the bombs are at the dollar store today.
But the bad news, I'm too poor to shop at the dollar store. Though maybe not for long. I don't remember what's in. Yeah, oh yeah, that's another reminder that you can't afford to go to Dollar General. You can't afford to go to Dollar Tree. You're gonna have to go get 1 rupee.
Where you're gonna get that rupee is anyone's guess.
Well, right there's a good shot. Oh, he's gonna leave the money. That's interesting.
Probably wants to keep whatever money's there for. You've got door repairs. You've got a ton of them. You can save some money. You do it.
Yeah, that's good news for the runners we just saw on Potato's side. That's really cheap meat, and we have, in all likelihood, Second Quest 3, where there is a strong possibility that you're going to run into a meat block that prevents you from getting something in that level.
That's right, and that is correct. And if that is, in fact, a Second Quest level 3, we'll be starting with Triforce from level 4.
Well, we're just going to find all the levels here close to start. That's 8 at the river spot on Xarnax's side. Good lord.
Well, nothing wrong with finding all the levels at the same spot.
I mean, it's super convenient for the runners. But if they're Second Quest levels, I don't know how good a news that is. He's like, hey, I found 6 levels. I have no repeatable offense. That's not great.
Then you consider what chat's letting us know right now. That's a Second Quest 8. Oh, Lionel wanted to find out what was right there, and it turns out it was Potato. Back to start.
Oh, that Lionel was hungry for some potatoes. I'm not going to be able to resist the potato puns. I'm sorry. Yes, and to answer your question, chat, yes, we did start with blue candle as our starting item. In this flag set, you will in all likelihood start with one of several different items in your B slot, but that is not guaranteed.
The Iron Bank will have its due. That's the door repair message, and we'll find out that the door repair today is 21 rupees, just above average.
Yeah, any roads here at 1Q3. Now, where Xarnax was, I didn't see. Was that that screen's usually an indication of whether we're in first, second, or mixed quest overworld. I did not see which one it was. Oh, well, we're not in plain first because that is a Second Quest spot.
That is definitely a mixed that case.
Okay, so not terrible news for the runners. That is going to put added importance as, okay, well, let's just find all the levels. There's level 5 over in the Eastern Forest.
Meanwhile, Xarnax finding the arrow shop, having exactly the amount of rupees needed to get them, but besides otherwise.
That is a little interesting. I mean, that is a good spot for an any road. Xarnax just needs to not die, get up that ladder, and see if he can get in that cave, because that is a very... Oh, God. Well, good luck surviving this.
Yeah, that's not friendly, game. That's not cool, game. Come on now.
Oh, so chat's making a good point that because I think this is right, because you start with the blue candle, it is possible that the wood sword could be hidden under a burn bush.
Well, good news, you found all the levels. Bad news, where's that sword of yours?
Yeah, this is going to be... Okay, yeah, it is, and it's mixed, and you were absolutely right, because that green level 3 screen indicates that it's mixed. If it was brown, it would be full first quest. Words are hard tonight.
Then again, speaking of sword, maybe it's your Armos item. We might find white sword.
That is very possible. It's also possible that the white sword item is the white sword. We have not seen any item out of any of our 70 billion dungeons that we've found so far. So we've seen seeds as recently as yesterday in this tournament, where the items have rolled to their vanilla locations.
Well, we've got our item. That was Red
Oh.
Ring.
Oh,
Oh my, that's a game changer right there.
That is a big help for Pedantic Potato. That's CD Improv's favorite item in the game, with good reason. Quadrupled offense when you're at 3 hearts is never a bad thing.
I believe you mean quadruple defense.
Defense, yes. Yeah.
I mean, you can't stab people with a ring. That's that's true.
There may come a day when we can do that. Well, I guess technically, if you're playing Sprite Shuffle, I suppose I've seen that where your sword is replaced with the red ring. And it looks like you're stabbing someone with a ring.
Interesting mental image there. As Pedantic Potato finds another door repair and says, "Hey, buddy, I don't have money. Tough life."
Yeah, Pedantic Potato's decision to leave that money that they found there just one screen northeast of Vanilla 1 is looking pretty smart right now, given the door repairs that are being found. Those are hints, which we don't... These are one of the things that can be randomized. These can be helpful hints, these can be community hints, these could be mixed hints, they could be deceptive hints. So those are cheap prices for hints, but we don't know the extent to which they're going to help the runners out.
Then you've got another thing that chat's pointing out. Apparently, due to the fact that is that screen at level 3 is what it is. Ooh, Gorilla grumbles with the map. Is that so? Any key in 7?
That would be grossly delicious, but we don't know if that's true yet. We may know here before too long. Oh, okay. Extra candles are not on. That's a take any cave on Potato's side. Not that matters, because you started with the blue candle. What's on the coast?
Oh, we are definitely not looking at vanilla now.
No, that is a croissant on the coast.
Also known as power bracelet, for those of you unfamiliar with the term.
Right, both are going to do their coast checks since they have bombs and can do it. 14 for the small is not terrible. That's above average.
Significantly at that. 40% markup on that.
Okay, well, there's level number 8, specifically level 9.
8
what
levels?
level have we not seen? We haven't seen 4. That's the only one we haven't seen yet, and we're 11 minutes in.
And more bombs at the dollar store, which unfortunately Pedantic Potato still can't purchase.
It's getting kind of mean at this point, isn't it? That you just keep finding, hey, you could buy these for $1. Aww.
Then there's well, okay, what's the game trying to prove here on Potato's side? 1 rupee and a bomb pack at the same time?
It's buy one get one free time at the dollar store. This is great.
Yeah, you got a good point there. As it appears, Xarnax is going to check out the forest while Potato checks out Seaside and finds a potion shop.
I kind of like this routing on Potato's side. I am a proponent of clearing out, as Xarnax finds level 5. I'm a proponent of cleaning out Casino Corner when you can, because it's real easy to orphan important stuff up here. And you have 3 caves up here where it is entirely trolly possible that our wood sword is. Potato's going to spend all of their money to get a 4-pack of bombs.
Nothing wrong with that.
And
Okay.
perfectly timed, too. Who's find that door repair? Oh, sorry, I spent all my money on bombs. What? This Potato's just looking psychic at this point. Just back-to-back muggers that aren't getting a dang thing.
Potato's got to be finding this kind of funny, because I sure am.
I mean, I would be, too, if I was Potato. Well, if I had Potato in my name, I would find a lot of things funny. But I'm weird like that.
Oh, second take, ain't he? How about a 5th heart container for Pedantic Potato?
That's good news in a couple respects, most of which being, the bigger of which in my mind being that it's pretty likely that if Potato's able to find the white sword item, that they'll be able to pick it up, and that it could be just a heart container, but it could be something very useful. This might be a find the white sword before you find wood sword kind of situation.
Oh goodness, how about that? Potato letting another secret on the floor.
I don't mind that if you're going to be back there soon. I believe we just saw a potential ladder block on Xarnax side in 1. So this is going to be one of those where it's like, here are all the levels. Hey, you can't do anything in any of them.
And your stick's probably in the middle of nowhere.
Be funny if it was at the top of the Lost Hills. That is also... Actually, the funniest place would be in the White Sword Cave that is surrounded by 87 bajillion enemies. Potato gonna pick this one up? No!
No! Or maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think you come back here anyway.
Exactly. Okay, 29 for the mid. That's about average. That's okay. Okay, Potato's gonna check the waterfall here because they haven't seen it yet. And then, that's right. This is one of the any roads that Xarnax already found. So yeah, they're gonna check this spot up here on top of the waterfall, see if this is anything, and then probably see where the any roads take them.
Meanwhile, Xarnax now in the grave area. Maybe this is where the sword is.
It's quite possible. Okay, Potato's gonna get through this screen. Is this anything? Nope. And that gravestone doesn't push either. I would like to see Potato do, and they may not be comfortable doing this yet. I would like to see him try to do a candle boost to get through that screen, even though they have red ring, rather than try to use the candle to actually kill one of the enemies. But, small thing.
Alright, neither gravestone pushed. How about 1Q6? There it is!
Hey, alright. It's not super trolly. It's only moderately trolly.
Xarnax first to the sword at 16 minutes.
And it looks like Potato's not far behind. We're going to check this southwest corner here, and then probably do the northwest-southwest progression through the Lost Woods to get up to Death Mountain and find it. Meanwhile, Xarnax, now that they have a sword, straight into level 2. Oh, wow, we found our first wall. Yeah, this is confirmed second quest, because that's a walk-through wall.
So with that first half being second quest, we can confirm Triforce 4 is a thing.
Yep, you caught me. I was just checking the exact same thing on my little handy-dandy cheat sheet.
As for the other, we've seen it's 2Q. We have a good idea. It's 2Q8 and 2Q7. So looks like we're gonna be saying hashtag never 7 today.
Which makes that hint that one of our runners got. I think it might have been Potato. That hint about the magic key in 7, kind of spicy. Do you even consider doing that if you have any indication that hints are true? I don't know, unless this is it's 2Q, and 2Q is notoriously key stingy. So I don't know.
That's the big question today. I mean, we've seen races decided by do you have the any key or not?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the beauty and pain of random percent is that so many different things can be the difference in a race, because so many different flags can be tripped. Okay, there's a heart container on the floor in 2. One thing we don't know yet is whether heart shuffle is on or off. So that doesn't tell us much of anything other than it could be on. Or, sorry, it could be off. I'm sorry. Chat pointing out that they observed that drop groups are shuffled, which is always an interesting flag because that guarantees for me the potential for some super fun when gels and bats start dropping health and rupees.
Honestly, for me, that flag only spawns one thing: confusion.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, was that our transport? It must have been Xarnax pushed it and didn't go down it, so that must have been the other end of our transport. Yeah, the drop groups definitely look shuffled because red Gurias seem to be in the health dropping group, and they are most definitely not normally. They're also very squishy 1 HP boys today.
Spiky doing a debatable decision here.
Not sure how Zarn. Well, oh no, I think we might have. Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought we might have permanent beams on. I wasn't sure yet. But that only dropped a key, and it's the key Xarnax can't get to without going around.
Potato starting to close in on their sword. Meanwhile,
yeah, and this is one of those. It's a trolley location for the sword. Do we have permanent? Yeah, we do not have permanent beams. But so on the one hand, you kind of feel bad getting to be about 20 minutes in, and oh, I've just now found the sword. But your hope then is that my opponent might be in the exact same situation. They might not have found. They might have last location this too.
and the truth is, Potato finds their sword only 4.5 minutes after Xarnax found theirs.
Yeah, so this could be a situation where a runner might feel behind, like way behind, but in actuality not be particularly behind at all. Ew, that's a gross room.
Speaking of gross, we've got a full 2Q, which means, dungeon-wise, looks like we're going to have that Triforce number 7.
Okay, so we start with 4 and 7. Yeah, that sorting out what Triforces you start with in this flag set has been a challenge for a lot of runners, myself included. So having the knowledge, knowing that we've got that figured out at this point, has to be a sigh of relief a little bit for the runners. They can focus on the task at hand, which is plowing through a full 2Q 1 through 9, which is not my idea of a good time, but your mileage may vary.
It's not what I'd call fun, but at the same time, you've got Red Ring. Rando gonna rando.
Oh, doing this dungeon, doing 2 on Green Tunic. He wasn't able to set up the Kanana key. Xarnax was trying to pull that off, and he was just a pixel off.
Unfortunate, but it's still early.
Yeah, the good, and I use good in, oh, hello, white sword item. You're the boomerang. Potassium acquired on Potato's side.
Begrudgingly, probably at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, any offense is better than the alternative. Do bananas and potatoes go together? This is not a flavor profile I would pick, but I'm not an expert.
Maybe. Oh, there's a good Kanana key from Xarnax.
Very nicely done. Yeah, he's just gonna pop this open and make sure he gets back in case he died to the Aqua Menace. That's smart.
There's also the idea of this might be a push block for our item here in 2. It is.
You called it. Nicely done. Now, survey says, what do we got? Double hearts. Okay, this early, I don't think the runners are gonna mind getting double hearts. Xarnax is gonna up an A. And I don't think Xarnax got the Triforce added too. Is it ladder block somehow? Or no, Xarnax is going right to 3 now.
Well, we know most of the dungeons are in this quadrant, so why not?
Another heart container on the floor for Xarnax, and realizing he's key locked out of there. You could see he thought about 2 things in that level. First, in the entry screen, he thought about bombing to the right, but if that's 2Q3, which we know it is, there is a room to the right, but that will never bomb. So that would have been a waste of quarter of a rupee, I guess. And the second thing was it looked like he was trying to set up a Kananaki with killing that Aqua Menace, and just the timing wasn't going to work, given where he had to place the bomb and where he had to get to. Now, if I'm Xarnax, I consider buying a key, up a saving, and then save scumming, and trying both of those key doors in 3 and seeing what I run into. But Xarnax is going to go into 1 and try and see if they can work around this ladder block that's 1 screen northwest of here.
Now,
they can. It's a transport.
Oh, it's gonna get real interesting real quickly. What is this? 2Q1 home of Spiky?
This is making me wonder if extra bosses are on. I'd be surprised if they aren't. So, on top of everything else you have to deal with in second quest, extra bosses. Yay!
Yeah, that's going to produce a very similar reaction from our runners here, I would think.
Well, there's some good news for the runners. The Vires go down to 1 bomb shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the keys drop anything, which is too bad, because when they drop fivers or when they drop hearts... Oh boy, we have another Spiky.
Did you notice what dropped on the floor for Potato there?
I did not. Sorry, I was watching on Xarnax's side. What do we have?
We've got the wand here in 1.
Oh, beautiful. Upgraded offense for our runners in 2Q. That is a significant find. I would imagine Xarnax's not leaving without that.
He doesn't know about it, though. It looks like Potato wants that second item from a 2Q1. We know that second quest 1 has 2 items instead of normal 3.
Yep, and we know it's not here because Xarnax killed that Aqua Menace in the screen that Potato's going to right now and got that heart container. Or wait, not this screen. There was a screen where they got a heart... No, that was in 3. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. You're right, there is another item here. It could be in this room that Xarnax is in right now and trying to deal with bombs. No, it's nothing. Is it this room here? Where Xarnax is? Where the wand was?
I think you might be right as far as 1 is concerned. There it is.
There it is. Okay. Now PedanticPotato is going to go to 2. I like this with the added offense. Even though the result will be just double hearts, I like doing it now because you'll be able to get through it quicker than Xarnax did. Like this room, for example, right here. Red ring and a wand with white sword capability. Yeah, you just be able to blast these guys.
I don't know if Potato cleared this. No drop, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, there's our confirmation. If you didn't have it already, that we are in 2Q 1 through 6. We know we're in all likelihood 2Q throughout. Xarnax considering his options. He may be deciding that the other item is and or the Triforce are ladder blocked. No, he's going to go back in. Well, if you're Xarnax, where do you go now? There are only 75 dungeons you could go to.
You've got the wand, you've got 7 hearts, you've got red ring. Why not go in the heck hole that 2Q8 is? And sure enough.
Yeah, I don't mind taking a quick peek in here. Well, that room's on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, extra bosses have to be on. My God, they're back to back.
That's not cool, game. And neither is this. Oh, this is no gimme.
I don't know. Even with red ring and wand, I mean, this is work. Back to back is. Oh, were you tired of mini bosses, giant gomas? Here, just have a room of blue dark nuts that turn on a dime.
Clutch Fairy, though, that's going to feel nice. What do we have here? 1 to 7 transports in the level.
And I learned from you the other day exactly how many transports there are in 2Q8. There are 7 total, including 2 one-ways. Well, we know where one of them goes. And that's a room you never in your life have to clear.
Oh, and of course, the everybody's favorite enemies, the red and blue bubbles.
Yeah, they've been making a lot of appearances. Oh, good. That is a push-through wall for Xarnax and gets rewarded with a room full of ires. Okay, compass find on Xarnax's side. That's handy. If they can get up from here, and they can, this 8 is being oddly friendly in terms of its ability to progress linearly through the seed or through the dungeon.
Just wait. It'll get worse.
Yeah, probably. That's a nice bomb force on Xarnax's side, and they're rewarded with the silver arrows.
Well then, that's a critical find right there, and silver's an 8.
Silver's an 8 that weren't that hard to find. You just had to keep going up. That's not like 8 at all in my experience.
Potato looking at level 2's Triforce. We'll pick it up for our first Triforce of the day.
Yep, and making the next move here, which is right to the next smallest level, level 3. I like this. They don't have any keys, though, so unless they're able to pull off a Kanana in this room here with the Aquamanus, where Xarnax wasn't, no Kanana there. They're going to get rewarded with a heart container, but they're key locked out of 3.
You couldn't pull a Kanana key in this room anyway. There's no shutter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Trying to find creative solutions to complex problems, and that is not a solution. And that wall won't bomb either, so it's a hard key lock. Oh, hi, Goma. We just saw your brother and sister at the beginning of the level. You might want to talk to them. Oh, God. Okay. We're just going to have all the blue enemies tonight.
Yeah, why no? We haven't seen enough bosses here in 2Q8. Potato now in level 6, meanwhile.
Yeah, this is interesting. I don't mind this play. 6, as far as the larger levels go in second quest, 6 isn't that big. So I kind of don't mind this, especially if the enemy set's fairly forgiving.
Speaking of Xarnax finding the transport to the other Goma room, meanwhile, near the start.
Okay, so bow not hard required to finish level 8. We do have a red candles sighting on Potato's side on the floor in level 6, 2 rooms in.
Wow, level 6 red candle. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best item you could get at this point, but it certainly, by no means, isn't the worst item. It certainly has utility at this point.
GQ8, home of turnstiles? That's news to me. Oh, yeah. Goodness. And here's something Xarnax can't like. It's not the fact that it's bait blocked, it's the fact that he's key blocked.
Yeah, this is a potential problem in really any 2Q seed, is the potential for there's just a lack of money and just a lack of keys on the floor in dungeons that you can get. So if that magic key hint for it being in 7 is true, the number of key blocks our runners are seeing might tempt them to stick their face in there and see if they can pull a quick any key out.
And even if it's not quick, do you need it?
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, you could spend your time farming money, or you could spend your time in 7 trying to dig it out. I'm not sure which is faster. Xarnax making good progress here in the linear parts of 8, getting their sword back. I'm going to do some work here on these fire snakes and see if they can get anything here. No, nothing, just a plain old heart.
There's the map revealing the monstrosity that is 2Q8.
Yeah, and Xarnax has decided to bail. I kind of don't blame them. They got a lot of map coverage in 8, which is good, and they got the main find, which was the silvers. So you I kind of get it. I would feel like at that point declare victory and out. But oh, this is interesting. Xarnax's gonna stick their face in 7 real quick.
We'll find out very quickly if that Magic Key in 7 hint is actually true.
Right. Caution, Trolldongo at work.
Oh, of course. What's the Z1R seed without Trolldongo at this point? Well, okay. There's a Triforce we already had, but...
Yeah, you don't need it, but, you know, if you're a completionist, why not?
Xarnax probably just doing it for the heart refill, I would say.
Yep, and we get a confirmation there that, yeah, actually, you started with that one. So, no harm, no foul. You had to check that room anyway, but it only cost you, what, like 8 seconds to refill your health? Hi, Spiky.
Now, can you imagine if the Magic Key is actually there?
Ooh, that could be a significant... It's an advantage in the... It's more of a time save in terms of not having to reprioritize your routing. You can just go knock out 3 now if you find any key here.
Then again, you've also got the idea that 2Q7 is 2Q8's little brother. And I mean it more than just in room density.
Yeah, that's true in terms of transports and muggers. I've had multiple seeds where we've had to deal with 2Q7 lately, where we've had multiple required muggers in 7. And if that mugger wants money in kind of a pseudo poverty seed, that's not great.
We're gonna have words at the end of the seed if that's the case. Item found in 7, and look at that.
Okay, well, that hint was true. That's very interesting and a big find for Xarnax. Meanwhile, Potato's going to go into 8 and see what they can do. If they just plow straight north, they're going to be richly rewarded for their efforts. Speaking of muggers, okay.
Straight at the heart, no hesitation.
Nobody tell Chest Jerk, and we'll all be fine. Boy, that combination of wand and wooden sword on Xarnax's side is doing work on these bunnies, but ooh, that moat there is gonna be a challenge. You're gonna have to respawn the room and see if you can get those bunnies over on the good side of the river here. Yep, to answer a question in chat, we found 8 of the 9 levels pretty much within the first 10 minutes. We're just missing level 4, which of the ones to be missing is interesting because it's got 3 items in it.
But we've also started with that Triforce. So how much is that worth?
Yeah, that's the other thing is, you know, if you get to the point where you're still looking for Bo, and you've got 6 Triforces, do you start to wonder, oh, do I have to go to 4 or do I chance it and hope the bow's in 9? What do I do?
Xarnax is... Oh, wow, that hurts.
That's a second mugger. So, the good news for Xarnax is that the white sword item is by no means critical. But, yeah, you don't want to be paying any more muggers if you don't have to. Interesting, you can't bomb north out of that room, so that chunk of the spiral is going to be inaccessible. You basically paid the mugger for nothing.
That's pretty aggravating, if you ask me.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I am very angry. Is Potato's going to get their potato silvers?
Don't you mean
Silver potato?
skewers? Skewers?
Yes, skewers. That is perfect. Yes, skewers for your barbecue potatoes. That's a book on the floor in 7. So good news, bad news. You have the book. Bad news. It is not an atlas, and it is also not a boomstick. So,
Well, just call it Tinder at this point because.
Reading material. I guess.
Not even. I mean, it'll go nice with our firewood later. Just you watch.
It is highly flammable. You're right. Okay, Xarnax is out of 7. They have all the information that they were going to get out of there. Now, where are they off to? Off to 5. I kind of like this. 5 isn't huge. So you can get lucky and find your Triforce or find your items in here relatively quickly. And there are 2 sets of transports, so 5 total stairs in here.
But it's fairly small as far as dungeons go. Only 18 rooms or 5 staircases.
Yeah, so you can spend a lot of time clearing out staircase rooms only to find that, oh wait, this stair took me 2 rooms. Oh, thanks a lot.
This isn't exactly a friendly room either. Nor is this. Oh boy, Xarnax's level 5 is unfriendly at best today.
Yeah, red bubbles in the maze room. If you can push, do it. Oh no, didn't have the. Okay, you're gonna have to bomb it instead. It does bomb, which is good news-ish, bad news-ish, I guess. You can kill this Gleeok. I think it's. Can this be a drop?
It can be a drop, it just can't be a push block. And all that was worth was a nickel.
At least Xarnax can get their sword back, so that's something. Potatoes found the map in 8, so that's somewhat helpful. Making a lot of decent progress here for the time sink spent in here. Here's a push block in 5. It's 80-20 that this is a transport, but Xarnax wants to get his sword back first.
Okay, so level 5 is home of Gleeok, apparently. This one's a 4-headed one, no less.
Yeah, I don't know that you necessarily need to spend... Well, if you can mow them down like that, I guess it makes sense to clear. But that was risky because you were down to 1 heart. This can also be a push block here.
I mean, you've got Red Ring. I can definitely see why Xarnax decided, you know what? Gleeok's in my face and I don't like it.
Yeah, and Xarnax is a seasoned runner. They're not going to be scared of a little bit of combat. Here's another stair. Here's our second set of transports. I would take this if I was Xarnax. Eliminate 1 stair that you don't have to clear. Oh, they're going to back out instead.
Wants to clear out the top side, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's a good argument that you can make for just knock this out first and then take it.
Now, if these 2 walls don't bomb, then go for it. By all means. Also, Xarnax needing to be careful. Down to half a heart. 1 hit from this bunny, and it's, well, back to start.
Ugh. Showed really good combat up to that point, but just, yeah, that's the problem with bunnies. They just decide to hop in one direction you're not anticipating, and then, ugh.
Xarnax deciding to nope out of 5, meanwhile, as PedanticPotato continues their dig of 8.
If there's something useful in here, this is going to be a really smart play on Potato's part. Potato part. Yes, potato part. That's hard to say.
It really is. And looks like that's enough of Potato calls off the dig. And we'll move on to the next spot.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's real easy to mentally just to kind of say, I found silvers, I found what I needed to find and declare victory. And you just come back there. You don't have the Triforce out of there either, so you know you have to come back at some point. You just hope that you don't have to make another huge dig. Potato's in 1. See where the Triforce is, but they're not going to be able to get to it right away.
Needing that ladder to get it. And what do we have is Leon lurks with the magic boomerang. So the blue boomerang in level 4. Not sure how useful that is. Oh.
Oh, if that hit is
hello.
True. Oh, both our runners are going to have some work left to do in level 8 besides the Triforce.
I'm not sure about that one, though. Potato made a lot of digs in 8, and a lot of potential push blocks were Goma blocked. Oh, and look at that. Xarnax immediately in 8 says, there's a bow in here, I want it, and I want it yesterday.
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit. If that hint is true, which we suspect it is, given the information we have, that is huge information, and that's something Potato might not come back to for a while.
I mean, if the bow is here and accessible, Xarnax, red ring, you've got the wand, you've got bow and silvers. Short of ladder, you're pretty much ready to blitz.
Yeah, you're ladder away from go mode because you need the ladder to get to the Triforce in 1. The hint about the magic boomerang in 4 is also interesting because if that's true, which we assume it is, but we're not confirmed yet. If that's true, that's one less possibility of having to go to 4 to get something important.
Oh, right. Xarnax was key blocked out of that.
That's right. Well, they're ladder blocked now.
Never mind.
Well, but do you kill that room to see if it drops an item?
It would be a bit of a time sink as Manhandler spawns on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I mean, because we haven't seen the floor drop. We know Heart Shuffle is on because there were 2 items. We had the book on the floor in 7, so Heart Shuffle's on. Yeah, I could make a case for it, but also, yeah, you're right. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze on that yet.
Some problems for Potato, meanwhile, in that blue dark nut room. Gets a clutch fairy, will manage to pick it up.
Nicely done.
As Xarnax continues to dig in 8.
Yeah, and the good news for Potato is that Xarnax is seeing a lot of 8 that Potato's already seen. So, had that Chevy blocked Manhandla room not been there, I think Xarnax would have been able to clear a lot more rooms in here and see stuff that Potato hasn't. But so far, the exploration, there really isn't much of an exploration advantage in 8.
However, I'm not sure Potato went this direction. Oh my goodness!
I think you're right. I think they might have died in that screen one right of the Goma. I know we haven't seen this screen.
Oh, just another transport.
Yeah, and in this case, I agree with Xarnax not taking it because I don't think we've seen any of the one-way transports in here.
You don't want to find. Oh, there's the raft in 8. That's the That's the floor item.
That's an interesting item in that it raises the possibility. Well, there's another ladder block. Wow.
Well then.
Are we full ladder blocked out of here? Maybe. But it raises the possibility of our one dungeon we haven't seen yet, level 4, being in a raft spot, which I suppose is possible. And Xarnax is now going to take this and hope it's not a one-way.
We're About to find out. Could even lead him closer to the Triforce, which it really doesn't.
Whoops. Yeah, no, not so much. Yeah, we're hard ladder blocked out of here unless there's a transport that neither of our runners have taken yet.
Xarnax is probably thinking, thanks, game, for the one-off.
So if that hint about bow and 8 is right, that means ladder's required not just to get the Triforce in one and the second item in one, but it's required to get the bow. So that raises the question, okay, where is ladder? Could ladder be, for example, in 3, the dungeon that is key blocked? If I'm Xarnax, that's where I'm headed next.
Or could it be in 5, where Potato's currently looking?
That is very possible. The question is, can Potato get to it if it is?
Xarnax didn't nope out of it, so we're gonna see what comes up here.
A precious key, which is definitely not nothing. Oh my! Well, there we just answered where ladder was. It's on the floor in level 3.
Xarnax has to be feeling good about finding that.
So if we trace this back, that means that hint about the magic key being in 7 may have been what prompted Xarnax to go dig 7 to get the key, which enabled him to enter 3 free and easy and get that ladder, which opens up everything else. Wow. I rolled the C. Can I roll some garbage or what? My gosh.
This, yeah, that's a fair bit of trash there.
I mean, I did do comms a week ago with Dave. So did I get some Dave trash rolling on me? Is that what happened?
Oh wait, no, I did the same. I did the same, and I haven't rolled anything since. Probably for the best.
Okay. Okay, so yeah. So reply hazy, ask again later. Got it.
Oh,
well,
that's a bait block we're gonna ignore today.
The most useless bait block. I love useless bait blocks. They just make me laugh.
Potato having to be careful again. He's down to half a heart, and oof, that Gleeok might not have friendly things to say about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move very fast to get to that door to the right. Nice work working around the spiral there to find a way out. Okay, interesting spot for our compass.
Even more interesting spot for the Triforce, what did you say?
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. Sorry, I meant we got the compass and found where the Triforce is, and I'm like, ew, that's not great. Meanwhile, Xarnax, oh no, we are key blocked, or we're recorder blocked, because that is our transport where Spiky was. So add that to the list of items we need.
Well, we're here for a bit.
Yeah, but I thought that about the ladder too, and then the ladder's in 3. So, yeah, if you're Xarnax, where do you dig next?
Could Potatoes dig in 5 give us something interesting, you think?
I mean, hopefully for Potato's side, that would be the good thing.
Oh, and look at that. Boat Bunny's reshuffling to likes. We're not complaining about that. Oh, hold on. Was that a double heart 5?
Have we seen the stair item in 5? I know that was the floor item.
I don't think so. You might be right. I might be jumping the gun here.
It was double hearts in 2. We confirmed that. But because heart shuffles on, we don't know if that was technically the coast heart or whether it was just a heart that's in the shuffle. Can't get into that room that way either. Okay, on a heart and a half, Potato's got some work to do to be able to... I don't think they can... No, not going to be able to do anything there. They're keep locked out of that top portion of 5. And, yeah, going to have to cut their losses.
Yeah, Potato's number one problem right now is that he doesn't know about that hint for the any key.
I'm trying to come up with a potato-related pun relating to keys, and I'm failing miserably. So Xarnax is in 2. Gonna try and dig that second item out. Or dig both the Triforce and that second item out. That room at the top of the A we haven't seen yet. Ah, and that would be why, because it was key-blocked.
It's a potential push block right here.
You are absolutely right, but that's not what it is. Interesting.
Xarnax uninterested by that. There's the Triforce. Is that it for Xarnax here in 2? Nope.
Now, I think there's 1 or 2 rooms down here that they hadn't cleared before that they're going to try to get into now and then go get the Triforce. Just a 5er there. Yeah, so they may take the Triforce here and then maybe try and re-enter and get to that 1 room in the left column that they weren't able to get to before.
At this rate, Potato might be forced into 7 because level 6 is another key block dungeon for him.
Yeah, it's at this point where I strongly consider buying keys, up a saving, and then going into places and start save scumming stuff, given the resource limitations you're up against.
7 being at the starting point, not the play here for a Potato.
Looking at an arrow purchase, maybe. Decides against it. Okay, so we have twice as many required items as we normally have. Bow and silvers, obviously, but also ladder and recorder. And possibly power bracelet if 4 is behind a power bracelet spot.
Xarnax heading for the coast item. We know it's a power bracelet. He's going to pick it up. There it is.
I would do that too, and the good news is we've seen the any roads already, and we know there's up to 7 spots that this power bracelet opens up.
Raft check here for Xarnax. East raft spot. What does it reveal? Well, nothing of interest considering both of our runners have silvers.
Right, Potato clears out that Dodongo room, finds the Triforce, and just abandons it, which is good. They know they don't need it. But they're going to see how far they can get going east here in 7.
Now here's the joke. Potato didn't get that hint about the magic key in 7.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I think you're right about that. Which means they're in here kind of because they feel like they're out of options. Which, yeah, I mean, what's your other option? Dig the overworld for the 1 dungeon you haven't found? You haven't found. You've seen, you know where White Sword item is if you're Potato. You know where... Oh, Xarnax is going to take a potion on 5 hearts. That's interesting. You know where Mags is. You know, you found Letter. You found White Sword item. What else do you need to find in the overworld? Money, I guess.
That potion pickup is interesting to me. Xarnax doesn't know what the White Sword item is right now, and for all he knows, it could be the bow, it could be the recorder.
You're absolutely right. I'm not sure I would have made that play. They may be thinking that logically, in normal rando, normal in quotation marks, it's 33%, whether it's 4, 5, or 6 hearts will allow you to pick up the white sword. But in random percent, the odds may be slightly skewed in favor of. Is that a shield purchase on Xarnax's side?
That is a shield purchase. That.
Normally, I'm a proponent of picking up the shield. I'm in the distinct minority on that, but even I wouldn't have done it here.
I just find it surprising. And there's the key purchase for Potato here. He ducked out of 7 without the any key.
If Potato's going to do what I think they're going to do, save that key and then go to 3, this is going to be a really helpful play for Potato.
3 being the ladder, you're right.
Oh, go right, Potato. Go right. Go right. I know you want to go. Oh, okay. Now, I don't think this vertical columns room can drop anything. But I'm not good at memorizing my drop tables, so eh.
Compass found. No keys left. He's blocked out of the rest of that side.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and clear this, hoping for a key drop. And then when coming up empty, he's going to have to retry.
Yeah, this is no gimme either, however.
Absolutely not. But this is just an annoying room to have to deal with these enemies. He's making good work of it, though.
So far, so good.
Alright, second raft check on Xarnax's side. What do we have?
We've got level 4. So...
all the items! You need all the items tonight! This is great! Can I roll garbage or what?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's... We don't get firewood tonight, which is what I'm kind of sad about, but...
Oh, it'll eventually be firewood. Just not right now. If I'm the runners, after I'm done with 4, I'm burning the hell out of that raft myself. Okay. Potato's going to get the good news here after killing these mummies right here, that the ladder is right here. And if I'm Potato, I do consider burning the ladder at this point.
Let's find out how he reacts to it. Oh, he just picks it up. Probably nicer to find it.
Yeah, they're nicer than me. That's okay.
Well, there's that key he spent to get here, so he's not upset about that either.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that there was a key sitting there, so that helps. Question is, are they going to try and go up? No, they're up a save, and yeah, I would save that ladder too. That's a good idea. Okay, where's Potato off to? Was 6 up here? Is that where Potato's going? Oh, it's 1. Oh, that's right. We forgot about this. This is where the ladder block Triforce is. Plus a free key.
Oh, he's going to be happy about that one. And Xarnax finds the 3rd and final mugger in level 4.
Oh, you had to pay all 3 muggers in this. God, that's gross.
I believe this is an item here in 4. We've got a heart container. Well, at least that pays back for all the heart containers he gave to muggers.
Ooh, yeah. 3 muggers, every item required, full second quest. We could be here for a little bit, Moonris.
I know already. This Flaxit can roll some marathons.
It really can. I hope you didn't have to go to the grocery store tonight.
Absolutely not.
Good, because they might not be open by the time we get done. Xarnax making fairly quick progress in this 4. They've already seen about half the dungeon and have a good amount of information. Potato's going to take this staircase here, head up to the north part of level 1's map. I don't know that we've seen the second item out of 1. Well, we saw the wand on as the floor item in 1. Did we see the second item? Was it a heart?
I think it might have been.
Okay, that would
Or never mind. It can't be blocked by that Dig Dogger. This was the transport room.
That's true, but that may not have been the only Dig Dogger we saw in this level. I feel like we saw there's another one. That's probably where our item is. Alright, so Recorder can't be in 1 then. Odds are decent that that's a heart or maybe our magic boomerang. So yeah, Potato's going... Yeah, that's where I thought they might go. Head right to 6. Given what Potato knows, your choices are do 6 or look for 4 and hope.
So Dead Mountain's a bust today. How about that?
I mean, if you'd come in and said that, hey, guess what? You guys aren't going to have to do anything in Death Mountain today in this seed. I think both our runners have been like, oh, great. This is going to be a jet seed. Well, about that.
This seed has been notoriously unfriendly beyond the whole jet seed. The whole, you don't have to do Dead Mountain bit. And well done.
Okay, so we're over 2. We've seen both stair items. Now we're just looking for a floor item.
And that was another hint that was true. We'd heard that Magical Boomerang was in 4 earlier.
That is a really good memory on your part. Very nice. Yeah, all our hints have been true so far. So see, the seed could have been garbage. It could have been deceptive hints. This could have been worse.
Oh, and Potato's Surgeon 6 doesn't come up empty at all. Finds the Recorder.
That's great news for Potato. I mean, yes, they are kind of behind in the item department, but that's an item that Xarnax is going to last location.
And who knows? Dig Dogger might make an appearance in 9 and give Xarnax a bad day.
Absolutely. I mean, Extra Bosses appears to be on. That is entirely possible. We haven't seen Patra yet, but at this rate, I mean, we're probably going to see like 10 of them. Yeah, to answer a question in chat, Recorder is required to get the Triforce out of 3 because the Triforce is in the 2-room chunk, and in order to take the transport, you need to beat a Dig Dogger to do it. 1 might also require the Recorder if the bow is the second item there.
Potato's not out of this, I feel.
No! You're absolutely right. No, Potato is this is still anyone's race. I mean, we've seen kind of all curveballs and junk balls and spitballs in this seed so far, but, I mean, 9 is the great equalizer for a reason, and both our runners still have to dig the rest of 8 to get the Triforce out of there.
And Potato doesn't notice, but Bo is in there.
That's right, we saw the hint for that, didn't we?
Xarnax did.
Yeah.
Potato didn't.
That's right. So, okay, Potato's gonna do the easy way to beat the Dig Dogger here and get across and get their second item in the Triforce.
Considering how this seed's treated our runners today, I don't blame Potato one bit for doing that.
No, not at all. There's a measly little dino that's gonna give us nothing.
And wow, a bunch of Fires hiding hiding the Triforce. Well, then that's simple.
Deceptively simple, yeah. So Triforce out of 3 for Potato. Xarnax gets his red candle on the floor in 6. I'm sure he's thrilled.
Yeah, he probably wishes. Can we burn a candle? No.
Oh, I think chat's alerting us to something that that everyone else saw that we didn't. The third item in 4 was the white sword, and that was the floor item. Xarnax has it in their inventory.
Oh, good eye there. I hadn't spotted that.
I hadn't either. I was focused on Potato in 6 and finding the flute. With good reason, because that's a big find for Potato. Puts him right back in the match. Hi, Spikey.
That's a damage upgrade and a sizable one for Xarnax.
Yeah, I mean, that wand is helpful, but if you can stack, that's effectively Mag's damage. As there's our 10th heart on Potato's side.
Speaking of Mag's damage, PedanticPotato now Mag's eligible at 10 hearts.
Yeah, and we saw Mags fairly early, didn't we?
We did. I don't remember where it is, but 20% shot at Mags. You could hit gold.
Oh, without a doubt. And yeah, that would be a huge benefit, particularly for Potato, to go from Wood Sword to Mags. Yeah. So okay, where's Potato headed?
Mags wasn't that far off.
Yeah, I feel like it was around in the same area where all our other levels are. As Potato's going to go back to 7.
Doesn't know the any key is here, but if he finds it, Potato's in great shape, currently with a 6-3 Triforce lead. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, what's this going to yield?
Yeah, we do not know if this is a transport or not, because none of the transports that got taken on Xarnax's side here, Manhandla threatens with the ladder. We knew that was the true hint. And okay, all right, it's a transport.
Did that just bring him to? No, that brought him into the 3x3 block, the telephone, and Xarnax finding a recorder now in 6.
That's very helpful for Xarnax. That's going to open some things up. That plus ladder means 1 and 3 are going to be an afterthought, and Xarnax may just be putting those off till the end because they're the fastest to clear.
Good point. Good point. Now, where was that Aniki in 7? I do not remember in the slightest.
I feel like it was in this 3x3 somewhere, but I could be way off.
If it is, Potato's in and out of this 7 in a fraction of the time Xarnax was in here.
Good clock on Xarnax's side as they're trying to find the Triforce and the second item out of 6.
Ooh,
there's a mugger. Oh no!
This could hurt Potato badly, but he up and A's instead. I can't blame him. You don't have enough money. You know you've got a max chance. You don't want to give that away.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a situation where you're at 7 or 8 hearts, yeah, it's an easier call. But at this point, yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm seeing if I can find a workaround. There's 3 sets of transports in here.
Resets in this in level 7?
There's at least 2, right?
Oh, for Potato is probably saying words right now that we can't repeat here on SpeedGaming, and I would not blame him in the slightest. That's 2 muggers blocking both ways out of this room.
Yeah, that is. Oh, and then the question is, well, which one do I pay? Right? You pay one. I think the one that is up. The northern of the 2, I think, is the one where you can only go 1 room north, and it spits you out in a room you can't go further from. Yeah, that's not great. This room, however, this might be where our any key was. I do not remember. That feels like 3 days ago.
It really does. And what do we got here? We got a push. Jackpot. Any key for Potato in 7.
That's a huge relief.
Xarnax is making a run right now. He's in 7 as well, trying to find that second item.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, if Bo was here, this would be a big brain play, but I'm not sure I get this. Oh, chat's making a really good point. Xarnax, I thought he checked his screen at least twice, and I've done this in my race last week. He may think he needs this Triforce. He shouldn't, though, because I thought he cleared the Dodongo room when he first went in here the first time, and then checked his screen and saw that he didn't that was a Triforce he already had. But it's an hour in. He may have forgotten that he did that.
And Potato, meanwhile, is he trying to find a second item as well?
Yeah, he may be. The big question is, where's Bo? So I.
Oh, and
Was that?
I don't know. Well, wait, we heard Bo was an 8, but we aren't sure about that quite yet, are we?
That is true. I mean, we assume that is a true hint, but it is not 100% guaranteed. Here's a push block on Potato's side. That is not what we're looking for. All right, spiky number 17 on Xarnax's side. See if killing this one here yields anything. Nope. So both our runners seem to think the second item in 7 is required, or that it's the next best option. Xarnax I can kind of defend because he saw all 3 items in 4. So, I mean, if it's not in 9, where else is it?
This is an granted you are in the 1 and 2 bracket, and at this point the last thing you want is to fall to 1 and 3, because that is not going to be that's going to be a disadvantageous matchup here in the brackets, as you'll probably face somebody that's either 3 and 2 or, well, you're not going to like your matchup either way.
That is true. So I don't think it's that. So on Xarnax's side, I don't think it's that he thinks he needs this Triforce, because he has the compass now and he sees that it's not lit up. So he has to be looking for the second item, which we know is a floor drop. And there's a one-way staircase on Xarnax's side, but it gets him to a part of the dungeon we haven't seen yet.
Is where we saw the book for
I believe
7?
you're right. Oh, well, no, maybe not.
No.
Oh, it's
No,
transport. Okay.
And there's the compass for Potato. What's going to be his reaction to this?
Yeah. No, wait a second. Xarnax has both items in 7.
I'll admit I'm a little confused.
I think he's just realizing that he got the book already, and that was in 7. He must have mismarked his tracker.
I can't see another. Yeah, that's a straight up A. I think he's completely out of 7 or not.
No,
he's out. He's out.
Yeah, he figured it out. Yeah, again, something that I think we've all as runners been guilty of at one time or another, thinking that we needed to get something out of a dungeon we already gotten everything out, or we've mismarked our tracker as. I think I did that in a seed of the week a few weeks back, where I marked something as the stair item when it was the floor item, and I dug the entire dungeon looking for the floor item.
Oh no! I just saw something on Potato's side that I'm scared of at this point.
Oh, what's that?
He has left one room in that 3x3 block unexplored. That room is blocked by a mugger. Is Potato going to pay off that mugger and for absolutely nothing? Oh, there's the book. There is that second item. That might save him right there.
Yep, you were right that was the room. The room of Red Gorillas is the one where, what is he doing? Get the book. Oh, burn the book. That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do what I was thinking of doing earlier.
Yeah, that is absolutely fine.
Absolutely. I'm not going to argue with that one moment. That is entirely deserved. That book is trash.
Okay, so now where's Potato headed? The real question, I guess, is where is Xarnax headed? 1 and 3 you can clear pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Have we seen 9? I think we have, right?
Yeah, I think it's on the coast, maybe.
Right, Southern Coast. Oh.
Okay, chat's answering our question of what is Xarnax looking for. He hasn't seen White Sword item yet. So he may be thinking Bow is White Sword items. Potato is going to head back into 5 now that they have Ladder and
Any key.
And any key, absolutely. That is huge.
Yeah, no, I think Potato's feeling like, okay, we've got everything we need. We can run now. A little bit of a stumble there for Potato here, and oh, that's not good. That's the one thing that's currently blocking Potato. All those Gomas, and they're everywhere.
They really are, but that Goma can't block the bow, so I mean that's
correct.
Some good news. Okay, if I remember correctly, the White Sword item was up here somewhere in near Death Mountain. Maybe one spot east of the Armos?
Oh, there's Mags. And the Grave. I don't think Potato goes back there.
Yeah, I mean I wouldn't. Especially if you end up thinking you have to dig 4 and you find the White Sword on the floor in there. At that point, White Sword plus 1, you just kind of
Remember this?
I do remember this. These are 2 rooms we didn't see before. This is one of them, and this is a potential push.
Xarnax was in here and killed Gleeok rather. Significantly earlier, Potato was stuck with no keys in that same area.
That's right. We did not see that room immediately to the right of here, though.
That, I believe you're right.
Oh no, maybe we did. Maybe this didn't drop anything.
And Potato just says, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Give me that transport. Let's see if it brings me closer to Triforce. And I think it might.
It kind of has to at this point. There we go.
Oh,
yeah,
2 rooms out. Oh, he's going right for it, looks like. And there's that White Sword item, and Xarnax probably sick. Oh no. Oh no! Look at that shudder.
That is just a feels bad.
Oh my goodness! And right in quick succession, both of our runners probably feeling a little sick after seeing what happened to them.
Yeah, I mean, but at this point, I mean, if there's a silver lining, you're an hour 21 minutes in, and your opponent hasn't finished. So at this point, if I'm running, I'm talking myself into the fact that, okay, my opponent's running into the same stupidity that I'm running into, in terms of extra bosses and all the ridiculous chain reaction stuff we've had to deal with. So in that sense, I'm kind of just put my head down, do the best I can, and let the chips fall where they may.
Meanwhile, Xarnax also in 5. He's done some exploration, but hasn't done quite the Pedantic Potato has more exploration done in 5 than Xarnax does at this point. Knows about that Goma, but this was that. I think that he might chalk that more like a routing mistake. I have no idea at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking he may have completely forgotten about that hint that the bow's innate, which would be entirely reasonable at this point.
Yeah, Xarnax saw the hint. As again, Potato did not.
Right. That's what I mean. I mean, yeah. If I'm because if I'm Xarnax, here's our stair item.
Another heart. This gives. I'm still not sure he goes for Mags. It's a good thing to have for sure, but I don't think he goes for the for Mags. I mean, he might. It is a double sword upgrade.
It's tempting if you can get there quickly. I'm not sure you can get there quickly, though.
Do we know what the recorder leads to? I don't think we do.
No, and Xarnax didn't check it on his side. There's a quick Triforce on Potato's side. Xarnax didn't check it, I think, because they know where all the dungeons are.
Still, Potato Pony now. Okay, it's been a long night. Pedantic Potato, my apologies. 7-4 lead in Triforces. Potato, buddy, you're not done. Oops.
Gets the funny hint.
It really
is
is.
useless.
But, that you're not quite done there, Potato.
But that's a blessing in disguise, because if that hint that Xarnax got is true, there's our second item in 5. It's a heart container. If that hint is true, the bow is in 8, and it's looking very likely that it is, that's going to direct Potato right to 8, which is exactly where they need to be.
And besides, it's his last Triforce.
Yeah, I mean, he has to go there at this point now. But I think if he'd been let into 9, I think he would have tried to dig 9 and hope the bow was there and try to end this early. And would have spent a ton of time digging 9, finding probably, oh god, what's even left?
Heart containers.
Double hearts.
That's really what's left. So level 9 is going to be double heart container.
So possibility for a Jet 9, because you're not digging for items, and it's 2Q9, which is a little bit faster.
And Potato's got to be a little frustrated seeing these Gibdos.
Without a doubt. I mean, this whole seed has been very frustrating.
It really has. You are not wrong. But if Potato maps his dungeons, this 8's had a lot of. Oh, and look at that, Xarnax tripping up in the same room Pedantic Potato did.
Yeah, so that ends up being even Steven on our runner's side. Okay, Potato's gonna kill this room. That's a handy clock if you can get it.
He's got the boomerang. He's looking at it, or not. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, probably because he realized he didn't have his sword, and the clock does prevents you from even touching the bubbles.
Good call. Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Wait. Did Xarnax take the transport? He did take the Well, no, he had to obey. Never. I said nothing, chat. Never mind.
I didn't hear anything. Okay, so Potato clearly mapped 8 because they're making a beeline for this chunk here, and under the E was that column where they weren't able to go. Well, they weren't able to go through this door because it was key blocked. But we know Xarnax tried to go north in this E column and got to a Chevy room. As there's the bad news for Xarnax, that 5 is double heart.
And here comes the exploration for Pedantic Potato. There's the raft. He knows this is firewood at this point, or at the very least he believes it is. Uh-oh, wait a sec. He doesn't know the items in 4. Could he possibly think that the bow's in 4 rather than in 8?
He could, but he also doesn't know where 4 is. He didn't have access to 4 until right now, until he got the raft.
This could be a race to the finish here. Entirely depends if Potato's search in 8 pays off with the bow. If it does not, he might think it's in 4, even though he doesn't know where it is. This might be it right here.
Yeah, but this is a room we have not seen, and we've seen at least 4 sets of transports at this point. So it's either here or it's in the top row of the spiral.
Meanwhile, we've got Xarnax making a run for it. Triforce is in 1 and 5. A transport here for Pedantic Potato. I think he's missed 1 room in his 8. Or this could be it as well.
Absolutely could. And for Potato's sake, let's hope so.
Has he checked his map? This is a push. Is this the bow? Jackpot time, people! Bo acquired an 8. 1 room away from the Triforce. Oh, that's gotta feel good.
I mean, I'm not running this, and it feels good. So
Right.
now you just got to get to the Triforce.
Yeah, we still don't know how you get there. There's three possible ways. Of course, discounting transports. Oh goodness, how many more shenanigans can this 8 throw at us? Answer: none. Or, you can just throw 8 blue dark nuts along in the Triforce room and just, call it a day.
It's 2Q randomizer. There is always the possibility for shenanigans. Potato's just gonna face tank this. I don't blame him one bit. I'd be beyond frustrated at this point and just wanna murder things and get on my way.
That is entirely true. Xarnax did pick up the Triforce in 5 as well, struggling a little bit with a block clip here in 3. Okay, there it is. Okay, there's. Well, he knows bombs are at the dollar store. He doesn't really care. There's his ticket to 9 with the Triforce in 8.
I'm going to refrain from turning the Beatles song "He's Got a Ticket to Ride" into "He's Got a Ticket to 9." I am not going to do that. I don't want this video DMCA'd. So...
Someone finally got the reference after all this time.
What, has no one gotten that reference before? Really?
Nobody's made the link 5 seconds after I said it.
Wow, okay. Well, I feel special. I appreciate that. It helps that my dad was a huge Beatles fan, so he would be mad at me if I didn't get that joke. Alright, so we're just 3 screens away from level 9 on Potato's side. Hey,
that is a critical pack of bombs. I don't know if there's a bomb shop nearby. I think this is a bomb shop, but Potato lets it go.
I thought so too. Yeah. Oh well, got 8 now, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Never mind paying $2 for bombs. He's looking for 9. Did he? Or are we wrong? No.
Oh, potion.
Oh, potion. Yep, you're right. Shuffling through, finding an you can't buy 2 blues for 58. Potato, what do you? Oops.
Yeah, they're on tilt. And I would be too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind. There's the money. Never mind. We go.
Yeah, some people just don't want to do math on a Monday, and I don't blame them.
Some do, but most don't.
I don't see Elsoa in the chat, so yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so Potato is going to enter 9 for real this time, and what are we looking for, Moonrisen?
We ain't looking for silvers, we ain't looking for the bow, we're just looking for the roar in the door. The roar being the roar of Ganon, which you will hear if Ganon is 1 room away from your current position in any of the 4 directions. The door being the door that leads to Zelda. That is a single shutter room, just like this one in fact, that will not open if all the enemies are defeated and Ganon is still standing. If, however, Ganon is defeated, well, that door's going to open up no matter how many enemies are still in there. And that's not a friendly room right there. Oh, we have the call of bacon already. And at 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 28 seconds, we have our first Ganon signing of the day. On Pedantic Potato's side, Wood Sword, however, means never mind. It's a 0 HP Ganon. False alarm.
2 arrows, 1 shot, no problem. Nicely done by Potato. And now the question is, where's the girl?
Where is the girl next to the entrance where Potato just flew by? That was a single shutter room.
It was. I'd be up Aing. I'd be going there. Well, I guess. Well, maybe it can't be. I don't know. We're gonna.
It very well could be.
Oh, no, I meant that room he was just in. That door going to the south was open.
My goodness. How about this level 9 being the absolute house of turnstiles here? Oh my goodness. How much time will And this is critical, because if Xarnax realizes that that opening room is a single shutter room and does check, and it happens to be Zelda, he could snipe this race.
It's entirely possible. 9 has the ability to send our runners on wild goose chases. I understand the impulse here to check the ears of the 2Q Ganon map, but you don't have to in this case. You may just be 2 rooms away from start.
Well, let's see what Potato does here. Actually, that is a point. Did we see Zelda's room tonight?
Was Ganon in Ganon's room?
Yes. And Potato obeys. Is this it? Will he head north? He knows it. This is a single shutter room. Will this door open? It does not. This is not Zelda's room.
Well, we had hoped to be done in under 2 hours, but, well, maybe not.
It's just an hour 35 in. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna check the right cheek here, left mola, but that red ring is doing work.
Absolutely. Okay, that one scared me for a minute. If that door was Zelda's room and it would have been a snipe, that would have been. I don't even want to think about it anymore. Potato arguing with this Patra.
Yeah, and I don't mind using the potion here. You're just trying to see as many rooms as you can. That shoot room's not going to help.
Xarnax, meanwhile, will claim the bow in 8. And he'll be on his way to 9. After one last shenanigan room in 8, of course. Not it.
No, if I'm Potato, I'm clearing this room and I'm going to the left. I don't think we've seen over that direction yet.
You're right. We haven't seen that either, I think. Nope, not it.
Unless she's in that far right cheek or in the right ear, I think you've got to go clear that room to 2 screens north of start and head left.
So here we go. Xarnax now with the Triforce in 8. Here we go. Both of our runners are going to be in 9 very shortly.
Well, if you're wondering where the shoot rooms were, they're right here on the right side of 9.
Another possible shift in momentum is the rupee count. Xarnax having absolutely no rupee problems whatsoever. Potato has a few problems, that is.
Yeah, and hopefully they will not come back to bite.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's just a turnstile. That's the house of turnstiles he's coming into.
Yeah, and he's going to try to go south and see if he can get... he's either going to the right ear or... yeah, I don't think you can bomb up from here, can you? Oh, you can. Okay.
And here we go. Boat runners now in 9. Looks like Potato's heading clearly forward right ear. Oh, that's a one-way there. He's going to be stuck in that right ear.
And she's not up here.
Only hope now is for there to be a staircase, but it doesn't seem to be.
Or compass. That could be the other thing. If this room here to the left is easy to clear.
Oh, wait a minute. This could be staircase. There it goes.
Xarnax thinking about, do they go left or not?
Xarnax,
Let's see where that takes them.
Xarnax, here's the roar. This is the room to Ganon. Ganon's sighting it. Oh, never mind. That's a Patra. I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Yeah, we've got boss bleed going on. You've heard of seed bleed. This is boss bleed.
Oh, look at that transport. That's
yikes,
not friendly. But that could be
you
it.
Can check that cheek.
Yep. Absolutely. Is this it? No shutter. This isn't it either, but it could be compass, for all he knows. Not going to check.
I think he's going to check this one, and I think he's just starting to take staircases at this point and see if that leads him to the left side of the map.
Yep, might be right. No, wow, no push. That's okay.
It's an up and A from here. That's your only option.
I think so. Yes. Oh, this sea just keeps on giving, doesn't it?
But it's giving him something. Okay, yeah. No, I'm Potato. As we have a Zelda fight coming up on Xarnax's side. Gets the good news about 0 HP, and now it's just a hunt for the princess.
Who's going to be first to take it? Both of our runners have to be feeling the pressure right now. 100 minutes into the seed. This isn't it.
No, but you basically have to clear this room at this point.
However, Xarnax is now in an area to again, I made a mistake. PedanticPotato, my apologies. He hasn't looked here. Xarnax with a bit of a lead now.
Oh, this is so tight. Where is the girl hiding?
Nothing here. Oh my goodness. If this turns out to be a magic staircase... Just a heart container at this point. We don't care for that. Is this it? No, it is not. Considering an up A... I'm not sure what you do at this point. You trying to clear this?
Maybe. Oh, you can walk through this way. Okay.
Oh, maybe? No. No good. There it is! Xarnax is going to take this! Get your GGs out, everybody, for your race winner here tonight, Xarnax, with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. Xarnax improving to 2 and 2. And,
wow,
oh my,
tight.
You want tight? Look at this.
Less than 30 seconds difference. Oh,
Absolutely.
no.
Get your GGs out, everybody. PedanticPotato finishing second here tonight. 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 40 seconds. Margin of victory here tonight, a mere 28 seconds. And joining us in the booth, our race winner here tonight, Xarnax. GGs.
I guess so. Thank you.
Oh, you enjoy that jet seed? Was that what you were hoping for tonight?
that is about my least favorite. The only thing that could have made that worse was if it were shapes with no numbers.
Oof, that's a really good point. Talk about a chain reaction seed. My gosh, you needed ladder and multiple. You need all the items.
Yes, everywhere. And yeah, my biggest problem is like once I leave somewhere, I forget why I left, and I don't have a good system for taking notes on that. So yeah, there were a bunch of places. Like every time I got a new item, I'm like, okay, where do I need to use this? And I couldn't remember. I just had to dive back into everything over and over until, man, it was like, oh, man, about an hour 30 in was when, for some reason, I had it in my head that allow important items in 9 wasn't in the pool. I don't know how I got that idea. Or like wasn't an option for it. It was just off, not random. And like at 90 minutes in, I looked at my randomizer program, and I'm like, wait, that's randomized. Bow could be a 9. And then that ended up not being the case. But I was panicking. Good last 45 minutes of that seed.
Yeah, I felt like both of you had to have been feeling the heat an hour in. I mean, well, first of all, neither of you were able to find your wood sword until at least 15 minutes in, which,
right.
Given all the other curveballs that this threw at you, that didn't help. And then you get teased with, hey, here are all the levels. And, oh, by the way, you can't do anything in most of them.
Right. Oh, that was the other thing. Another point where I felt like, like just a big facepalm was there were so many levels congested right at the start. I completely forgot about 6. Like I had it marked on my tracker, but I just glossed over it every time I looked at it. Until after I think I got the Triforce in 4, and then I'm like looking. I'm like, what levels do I have left to find? And I'm like, oh, none. And I was surprised by that.
Yeah, this was an odd duck of a seed in
Indeed.
a lot of different ways. You had a couple time sinks that we were worried were going to torpedo you. One was you full cleared 4. You got White Sword, which did help. But you also redug 7, and I was going to ask you about the redig of 7.
You'd probably know what I was thinking better than I do.
Well, we were worried you mismarked your tracker because the previous dip in, you found both items in 7. You found the book was the second item.
Yep, I don't have the book marked.
Ah, okay. That was what we were trying to figure it out. We were like, it has to be a mismarked tracker, which happens to all of us. And if it's ever going to happen to you, it's going to happen in a seed like this that is just bonkers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there were so many things going wrong. I didn't mark any items out of 2. I only marked 1 item out of 3. I don't know which items I got both items from and which ones I were still left outstanding. That was something.
It certainly was. I think that and Moonrisen, I mean, you probably have a view on this too, but I mean, you were both. Your opponent was in 9 before you were, by a couple minutes, and I think the end. There were a lot of turning points in this race, but your opponent basically full cleared 9, looking for Zelda, and that gave you the time you needed to catch back up.
Yeah, my 9 went pretty darn well. That was one very helpful thing. Did I get a bow hint?
You were the only one to find a bow hint in 8, and it turned out to be true.
Yeah, I think this was the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I had that mismarked too. I had it marked as the magical boomerang, but I also have a magical boomerang marked in 4. So I clearly was not slowing down enough to use my tracker in a way that's helpful.
Yeah, well, I mean, if this seed would do that to you, this seed would do that to anybody. This was just a gross seed from start to finish. It was a trolly one in the sense that you found all the levels early, but yeah, the solution to the puzzle was nowhere near that easy. And we're working on finding a way to get PedanticPotato in chat as well. I don't know that he has an invite. Hopefully we can get him in the chat as well. Whew. So while we're waiting, I mean, any other thoughts that you had on? Well, I'm sure you have tons of thoughts, none of which are probably broadcast safe. But any other thoughts you had on the on the seed?
GG.
And we're joined in the booth by PedanticPotato, our second place finisher this evening. GG's Potato. Oh, I think you're muted.
There we go. That working?
Hey.
Yes, thank you. That was. I should not have believed that lying old man.
Which one are you talking about?
The one that said didn't he say the princess was in the northeast, or did I read
Did he
it
say the
wrong
princess
as well?
was in northeast, or did he say Ganon was in the northeast?
Oh, I don't know.
I'd have to go back and watch. I remember you got that hint in the northwest ear. Was that why you were prioritizing digging out the northeast?
That is, yeah. I thought maybe this is the one time a hint will be helpful.
That's brutal.
Oh,
I don't think I ever saw. I don't think hints were deceptive.
But
yeah.
then
Xarnax got more hints.
Then I probably misread Ganon because I was in such a rush. Wow.
Well, I mean, this seed was didn't start as garbage, but it quickly turned into garbage. So I think at various points in the race, both of you were a little tilted, which is entirely normal when you have to deal with the amount of dungeon blocks that you had to deal with, plus extra bosses, plus full second quest, plus all the other stuff.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I certainly got every item except the ones in 4 and 9. That's for sure.
Yeah, we think 9 was double hearts, just by process of elimination. You didn't miss anything in 4. I believe it was a heart, magical boomerang, and the white sword.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think you ever found 4, which it just turns out you didn't need to. But irony of ironies, 4 was at the vanilla 4 raft spot.
Oh. Like, right there. That would have been easy to find.
Yeah, and it would have been easy for you to go there and, before you knew the bow was an 8, spend time digging there to try to find the bow. But you didn't, and I think that saved you some time. You were in 9 first, but unfortunately you had to full clear it, basically, to find the girl, which, even in a 2Q9, that can absolutely happen.
Yeah. Well, any number of simple things could have made a difference there. That was so close. Wow.
I think that's our second closest race of the tournament.
Well, no one's going to beat that first closest one, that's for sure.
Yeah, the one from last night, the VOD with Jess and Spudasaurus. Yeah, that's going to be tough to top, but I think you guys are a strong second.
How close was it, BBQ? If
I think it came. Yeah, so this one was 28 seconds. The Jess Spud match from yesterday, I think, was less than 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think anybody beats that. Somebody else came close though.
Oh really? Who was that?
That was in week 3. That was the Fury SK versus Druis matchup, which came down to 6.
Wow.
Those are always fun to watch.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get in a seed. You can get a jet. You can get a garbage roll like this one. I apologize for the garbage. This is 2 garbage seeds in a row that I've rolled, so I'm going to stop for a while. But yeah, you both did your level best, and I mean, in a race this close, I mean, you can't boil it down to just 9. I mean, there were so many decisions along the way that could have tipped the balance. You both played really, really well in a very difficult seed.
Thank you.
Oh, so you need a drink after this one, Potato? I'm sorry, say that again?
I was just going to say the thing I was happy about is that all the levels were clustered, so it wasn't like hours of walking or whistling or whatever back and forth across the map. It was just Dungeon A to Dungeon B to Dungeon C, back to Dungeon A, back to Dungeon C, back and forth between the dungeons.
Yeah, Death Mountain was garbage.
3 times.
I'm sorry, say it again?
I must have been in every dungeon at least 3 times.
Oh, I think you both had to be.
Amazing.
Just given how nasty the chain reaction was. You needed ladder in 1 and 3. You needed flute as well in 3. And to get the second item out of 1. And ladder in 8. And it just, blah, 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 blah. You just make a laundry list.
Yeah, no, I think a good summation of like how coherently I was thinking, not even very deep into the race. I think it might have been my second time. I think it was my first time into. I tried to do a Kananaki in a room with no shutters.
Well, see, this makes me feel better because I said was this the one with the Aquamedicine 3?
I think this was either Wallmasters or Pole's Voice.
Okay, because in that room in 3 where you got the heart drop, I made the same mistake. I was like, oh, he's setting up a Kananaki, and then Moonrisen helpfully reminded me that you actually can't do a Kananaki because there's no shutter in that room. And I was like, oh well, okay. This is what the seed is doing to the commentators. I can't imagine what it did to you guys.
Yeah, but it was fun to play. Man, imagine the seed without Red Ring too.
Oh, that would have been terrible. That would have taken quite a bit longer.
Dark Nuts and a lot of BMOS and Dark Nut combination rooms.
After a while, the Dark Nut rooms, I had the wand, I had the Red Ring. I was just kind of like running into them while hitting the button over and over.
Right. Yeah. It was just mash and tank some damage, but I was thrilled really early on to see the super cheap shield, and then I saw the really cheap big secret, and I was like, I might need to hold off on this for a minute. And then after I found silvers, I was like, I can get that. That'll be helpful. And then it got eaten by a like, and I was sad.
You made me happy with the shield purchase, at least. I am also on Team Shield. So yeah, wow. Well, I think we all need a breather before we watch the 9:30 match. But you both did really, really well. Any final thoughts from either of you on either this dumpster fire of a seed or what next week's seed brings for you?
Just happy that we were able to. Anytime a race finishes this close, that means it was fun to watch. So I'm happy we were able to provide that at a minimum.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in this one. I mean, yeah, it was a long back and forth, but it was still constant progress, so that was good. So I enjoyed it. As for next week, who knows? This random percent, just wow, everything's different every time.
Yeah, you both played really, really well in a high degree of difficulty seed, and you put on a great show for us. Can't ask for anything more than that. So, congratulations to you both, and best of luck in the rest of the Swiss rounds.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And so, moving on, and I also want to thank PedanticPotato and Xarnax for just putting on a fantastic show. Thank you both. GG's to both of you.
Absolutely, standing O. This was a great race to watch.
Absolutely. Now, there's one more race tonight, in fact, and it's a big one right here on Speed Gaming 2. We've got a 3-0 bracket matchup, Mr. Dunlow versus Cytown. On the call for that one, Tracy and CD Improv.
Boy, talk about a slugfest. That promises to be an awesome race. I'm definitely going to be watching, and I hope everyone else does as well.
And with that, BBQ, I think it's about time we start to wind down. Any last thoughts on this seed?
Someone can burn it, and I promise I'm not going to roll any seeds for a little bit. I think I'm done for a while. Always great to do comms with you, Moonrisen. This was fun.
Thank you, BBQ, and always a pleasure to work with you. Also, I want to thank Blair for tracking for us tonight. We couldn't do this without a star tracker, and Blair definitely delivered tonight. So thank you. And I also want to thank the Speed Gaming Network for allowing us to broadcast this tournament on their channels. And I also want to thank all of you, the viewers. We really couldn't do this without you. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all your encouragements. Really appreciated.
Here, here. And we will see everyone here in about 25 minutes for that Dunlow Sci-Town race.